Hello guys, welcome to the fourth video in this series. So I'm going to create a new file here. In this series, we'll be looking at HTML media, that's any kind of media files we have in HTML. So of course, I'm going to start with my regular HTML product. Please go to this before HTML media. So how would you add media files to a page? And by media files, I mean video, audio, and images. So let's start with images. To add images to your HTML page, just like we have here, there are a number of ways. Let's just say there's one practical way, one way of doing that. So the tag used in doing that is called the IMG tag. Now, like I mentioned in the last video, we have block level tags and we have inline tags. An IMG tag is not a block level tag, it's an inline tag. Although with CSS, you can change element from block level to inline or from inline to block level. You can do that with CSS, but that's going to be in the CSS video series. Okay. So how would you do that? How would you add images to your web page? So you start with the IMG tag, like I say, you have IMG, and then you have two attributes. You have this SRC attribute, which is the source, like where you get in the video from, and the alt is simply an alternative text in case the video does not load. So if you are adding a video from a website or something, let's go for example and search for the goat of football. So I will be CR7. Let's go for images. I'm gonna images. So I'm going to pick one image. I'm going to pick this image here, and then say I want to add it to my web page. I can right click on this image, select not copy image, but rather copy image address, and then put it right in between these quotes here. Save that, and if I come back here, oh, this is not going to work here. So I need to actually navigate into my into this particular web page. So I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to change this to 4 and change this to media since that's the name media. If you are a bit confused about, sorry, made a mistake. If you're a bit confused about getting this right, you can just close your live server and then open it again. Right. Well, anyway, so now we have our image of the good of football. Is now the image now shows. Now, if for some reason the image cannot load, let me try this. Okay, good. The image can't load at this point because I made a mistake. That's where the alternative text works. So I can add here. I can just add C Cristiano Ronaldo here. So right now, this alternative text is not going to show. But if the image cannot load, it shows that alternative text. As you can see, what is basically saying, look, this image is just a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo. That's in case the image is unable to load. Alright, but that's it for that. Now, whatever I want to load, whatever I have the image on my system and I want to add it locally. So to do that, you also use the IMG tag, and I have some images. Let's go to my download. Okay, I have some of these images. Let's pick. Alright, I'm going to pick this image. Oh, instead of that, I'm going to pick this Linus Torvalds. That's one of the goat of one of the goat of programming, modern programming actually. I thought I right clicked on this. Okay, so copy, and then I'm going to go to my folder here. Then I'll just, you know what? I'm going to use this as an opportunity to teach you guys something. I'm going to create a folder, name it media. Then I'm going to place the image in here. I'll just name it quote. So now, anyway, back to this and this. So to add that in my SRC attribute, you notice one thing though, that in my web development folder, web dev bootcamp folder, I have a new folder here called media. And inside media, I have this image which I added here, as you can see. So I'm going to close this and click on this. Now to add that, I you start with the name of the folder, which in this case is media. But if you are using VS Code, it should automatically start to suggest the VS for you. So you see, when I type ME, it's already showing me if this is what I want. So I click on this folder, and in that folder, if I have more than one file, it shows me the list of all the files. But since I have just one file here, it shows me this. So by what's going on with my screen? So by doing this, now I get this. Oh, let me put it on full screen. It's quite big, so it's not really showing up well. So this is also another opportunity for me to show you another thing. Okay. So this is also, like I said, this is another opportunity to show me something. So first of all, I'm going to just, in this alternatives, I'm just going to add Linux about codes. And then I'm going to add a new attribute called width. The width attribute, as you can guess, determines the width of an element. So I'm just going to say there are several ways to do it. You can use percentage, which is relative measurement, or you can use pixels, which is an absolute measurement. So I'm going to say 200 pixels. Yes. And then we get this. Actually, I'm going to take it. So 300. Okay, 300 is okay. So as you can see, it's adjusted. Now, we also have an height attribute. Unless you know what you're doing, I'm going to suggest you stick with width attribute because width attribute are just on both axes. That's the width and height axis. That's XY axis. For the height attribute, it's only adjust on the height axis. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I were to change this to 500 pixels, you see that this is now skewed. And this isn't good actually. This is in a way good. We don't want this. Even if I were to change this to, or let me comment this out. Let me delete this part and then see. Okay, it's not really. Let's see, for 1,000, 1,100. Okay, I guess there's an update I was not aware of. I guess there's an update that I'm not aware of. You know what? Let me try this with zero now. This thing first. This is good. This is good. I'm gonna change it to 100 pixels. Ah, this is an update I wasn't aware of because before actually, if you were to work on the height axis, it simply adjusts only on the height axis, not on the width and height axis. But there's an update to HTML5 which I didn't know, but now it's now adjust on both axes. This is good. This is very very good. But I'm going to use this because I'm used to that. I'm just going to stick with that. Change it back to 300 pixels. So that's basically it for the images. I'm going to add a comment here that says image. Now, what about videos? How would you add videos here? So I'm going to say video. How would you add video? Just like with images, you can add video locally and you know on your system. I mean, not international. Sorry, you can add videos locally and online. So, going to add a video, you start with the video tag, and then it gives you this. There are two ways though of adding videos. There is this video tag here that gives you this, and then there's another one that allows you to put multiple tags like this source, and then let me explain it again. I think I moved a bit too far here. So the first approach is where you create this video tag. You have the open tag, you have the closing tag, and then you have the attribute that says okay, where is the source of this video. Then I'm just going to comment this out and something, put it back in. You have another tag that another approach that says this. So instead of having the source tag in the source attributes in the video tag, you don't have it. Rather, you have it nested inside it with another tag called source. And in that source, in fact, you notice I'm getting this, it's giving me different suggestions, right? So, but anyway, I'm not going to go with that. I'm just going to go with this. And then why do we have this? because in this version I can have two different types of video. Say for example, I mean not two different, sorry. I can have two variations of the same video. So I don't have this video, but I'm just going to say I have a video called player. No, no, yeah, let me just say anime.mp4, and then I have another variation of the same video called anime.ogg. Okay, OGG is meant for video audio. So, but ABI, let me just use ABI. Right. So in my type or this type attribute, I'll have one called video slash mp4, and the other is going to be video slash avi. Now the reason we are having this is because in some browsers, in case it cannot load an mp4, it then tries to load the avi. So even if you have like 5 versions of the same video, it tries to load each one just to make sure it plays. Compared to if I was using just this version, I have just one video and then I put it here. So it simply loads that video. If it cannot find that video, I can use anime.movie.mp4. So if it can't load this mp4 file, that means it can't load the player. But with this, what it does is to what it does is to try to load an animated MP4. If it can load the MP4 file, it loads the AVI file. If it can't, then it doesn't load the video file, unless you actually have multiple versions of that. So I'm going to remove these because, well, I'm not going to use this in this particular video. I'm just going to. So let me look for a video on my system that I can use. Need something. All right, I'm going to pick this. This is good. So no, it's not a download. No, I'm simply just going to come here and paste it in here. Just I can't paste. But I should be able to paste. But since I can't paste, I'm going to drag and drop. Thank you. So now I have this video there. I'm going to rename it to video dot and before just to make things easier for me. That's it. It's not really a big deal or anything. So here I'm then going to rename this to video dot mp4. Oh yeah, I get what is going on here. Something I also forgot to mention at the onset. If I come here, you see I have this kind of skill that shows me that there's something here, even though it's not visible. The reason is I need an attribute called controls. So controls allows me to be able to play the video. You see now after adding controls, the video then loads. Oh, there's also another error I made. The video is not directly in the folder, it's inside a folder in the folder you are working on. So I'm going to add media and then video.mp4, and then our video should load now. Yeah, and now our video loads, as you can see. And just like with the image attribute, you can also add a width to adjust the width, and then adjust the width to 300 pixels, which then gives us this. Now you see we get this. Also, there are additional attributes you can add to this include autoplay, which automatically plays the video once the page loads. See, like this. You can also add muted, like autoplay muted, so it's start playing the video, but it's muted. You can even add disabled if it's no longer action. But anyway, these are just some of the attributes. So you can play around with these, try different things, and see what works for you. So that's it for the video. Oh, I didn't mention it. So what if you want to add a video from something like YouTube, and you would think going to YouTube. So I'm simply going to duplicate this and say for example I want to copy this. Now you think coming here, oh, this is not working. Do I want it to work? Oh Christ. Let's can't I do this? Hmm, how do I get this kind of, what's wrong with my algorithm? Oh, this is my algorithm too. Man. Alright, I was trying to load up a video and just let me just pick up this.
Ranking the best situation draw. Part 1.
Oh, come on, pause. So you think if you come here and then copy this and then add this as the source, it's going to work? It's not going to work. I'm going to do that now so you guys can see. So let's see. You see, it's not loading. That's because for videos, for external videos like that, you don't just copy the video link and then it works. What you should do is to copy the embed link. So for any kind of website that has a video, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, when you go to the share button, you should see an embed link. Okay, I guess it's because this is that's rich. I should have the embed link here. I should have the embed link here. Let's try. Let me try with a different video. I'm just gonna pick this. I'm gonna pick this one switch here. Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about. This embed link. So you copy this, and then when you click on it, it gives you this, and then just copy the embed link. Just copy this, and then in your HTML, you put this in here, and then let's come back here. We should have the video here. Although it's already showing from here, it's already showing that this video can't be played, and playback on other website has been disabled by the video owner. So let's look for another video. I'm gonna pick this one. Okay, I think I'm really good with this. So pick this, and then leave it. So iframe, this iframe tag. I'm gonna remove everything and paste the new one. So that should load. Wow, same thing. That's strange. That's not. It's showing me from the preview. It's showing. Okay, now it works. So I can then play this video.
Are you a nurse?
I be mechanic.
So
In fact, I be bricklayer.
I'm upset by that
so
bad.
basically, anyway, that's just what I was trying to explain to you guys. So that's how you had a YouTube video, and you can also add the width. In fact, we have it here already, the width and height attribute, and then you can adjust it. Then you can also play around with these other attributes here, which is allow full screen and such. If I remove this, I won't be able to put it on full screen. This becomes disabled. Let me save that and show you what I'm talking about. So I say I can't click on this. Okay, that's basically what. And then, like I said, you can play around with this other attribute to see how it works. And then finally, let's look at audio. So to add audio to your HTML page, I'm going to disable this, or I'm going to comment it out just to have more space on my screen. That's not really anything. So to add audios, you would use the audio tag, and for the audio tag, you simply use this like this. And the audio tags also work like the video tag. We have this audio tag, and then we also have the multiple options, like you have this, and then inside this you then have a source, right? And then src, then type. In fact, for this one, I'm simply going to use I'm going to use this version. I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to use this version. So I don't have any video currently there. I'm just going to copy a video. An audio there. All right, I'll copy this. Put it in here. I'll put this in here, and then So that will be media, and then this. And now let's go here. This is not going to work for a very simple reason. So now this is not working. Just pause the video, take a few seconds to try to solve why it's not working. But anyway, I'm just going to continue after. I'm going to continue with this. So I'm going to add this that is audio and then it's MP4, which that's not really the issue anyway. When MP3, that's not even the issue. The issue is that I did not have controls here, which should automatically allow the audio to play. So with this now, I can play the audio. That's why it wasn't showing up. So you can also add other things like muted, autoplay, and other things like you get. But basically, you can. Right. Anyway, that will be all for the HTML media, and I'll see you guys in the next one.